What is up, YouTube? My name is Key Savage, and I really hope I get this recording right this time. I literally just went through about 8 minutes of rambling in this commentary, and got done with it and pressed the wrong button and deleted the whole thing. So we're going to try this thing again. It was a pretty good commentary, but I guess we'll just have to go with this one. Sometimes you never know what's going to transpire to create a sufficient end result. So that's what we're going to do right now. We're just going to roll with the punches. The same thing happened to me when I was editing this video. This is actually footage of a mission from Battlestations Midway. It's the final plane mission where you have to sink 2 battleships that are crossing through your territory, and it's not an easy mission. And recording it was fine, but I figured I would edit it and trim a lot of the fat out and make it exactly the way I wanted, so that instead of watching a 20-minute video, we'd only have to go through 8 minutes, which was pretty much the bare minimum I could cut out. Or, yeah, that was the bare minimum I could get it down to while keeping the video coherent. Keeping the structure of the game kind of intact, at least from a viewing perspective. But I got through editing it. I'd spent probably like 30 minutes sitting down, really concentrating on what I wanted, editing it, and I pressed the save button and the software crashes. And everything I just worked so hard on was lost. So I got a little bit frustrated, but I figured, hey, I'll go back and do it again this time. I'll save it every so often, because I waited until the very end to save, which was not the smartest thing of me to do, but I figure lessons were learned there. So I went back and made sure all the other programs on my computer were closed. It's a good computer, it's got an i7 in it, but I don't think it has a lot of RAM, so it can't really process all that stuff at once. So I made sure that all the other programs were closed and saved every so often, but I kind of rushed through this editing of it. But honestly, I think it turned out better because of that, because I wasn't so careful about leaving so much in it, so it ended up with a shorter video that was probably a little bit easier to commentate on and a little bit easier to watch. Not as much map gazing, more actual combat, so I guess it worked out for the better. But I would like for this commentary to be the last one for the night. Because it is a little bit annoying when you sit down and talk for 8 minutes and then everything you talk about gets lost in the void. So so it'd be kind of nice if this one goes just, you know, becomes saved. But this is actually a pretty cool game. I started playing this game when I was about, I want to say, crap, I had to have been like 10 years old. I got this game in 2008. It came out in 2006. So right around 10 years ago, in that ballpark, is when I started playing this. This is one of the first games I ever really played. I had this on the 360. I'm playing this on the Xbox One in this video, but I actually got this game on the 360, and it was one of the first games I ever played, and I loved it from the very first moment. I started out playing games. I started out on like naval aviation games, or not really naval aviation, but just flying games in general. My first game I ever played on the 360 was Blazing Angels 1, which to this date stands as one of my favorite games, hands down. It's just nostalgic for me. I love that game. And Blazing Angels 2 I also got for myself, and it just kind of went on from there. I graduated to this game, and it kind of got me in the door with a wider variety of different types. After this, it became, I diverged a little bit more away from the aviation side of gaming, got a little bit more into like the first-person shooter. Then I got involved in like Xbox Live and stuff like that. I remember my first Call of Duty was actually Call of Duty 3. That was the first shooter I ever had, and the game was at that point several years old. That game came out actually the same year this one came out, but I didn't get that until later. change my posture. I didn't actually get that until way later. And then after that I got Black Ops. So it was kind of a weird pattern. I got that game at a Blockbuster back when Blockbuster was still a thing. I think they were just starting to go out the door. Blockbuster was actually just starting to fail, so I took advantage of that and I bought it for like probably like $3, something crazy. I still have that. It was a fun game. But after that I got Black Ops and started playing live on that, and that's when I really started getting competitive instead of playing for just mere fun. That's when I started actually caring about beating the other people who played the game. And after doing that, I think I returned to this game for a little bit because I knew this game had multiplayer, online multiplayer, and I was still pretty young at this point. But I went online and played, and I just did terrible because the people who played this game online were of a really dedicated fan base. So they were a specific niche in the gaming community, and they were just so good I couldn't compete with them. I probably could have if I'd sat down and really practiced, but it just wasn't worth it. So I just went back to what I was already good at, which was first-person shooters. But it's funny how you can kind of see how this mission gets really down to the wire. You can see on the map that the ship was really approaching the end point there, and I had to really concentrate all the firepower I could in that last shit to get it to sink, because it was really, I had already put so much work into sinking these ships, and it would have been kind of sucky if at that point I hadn't been able to sink them. So, and that's just kind of the nature of the game, I guess. You gotta know how to concentrate your resources into obtaining the result you want in the end. But this was actually a really fun game. I never played Battlestations Pacific. I know that was the sequel to this, and I heard good things about that as well, but for some reason I just never got into that. This was the last game I really got that was that was World War II, like, fighter based. I had another plane game after this, Ace Combat 6. I might actually make a video of that as well, because that's a really cool one. But this was an awesome game. I love this game. But Call of Duty and first-person shooters, Battlefield are more of my my expertise now. But anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the video. I'll have more coming out in the future. This one is definitely a nostalgic one for me, and I enjoy this game very much. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll have more coming out. Thank you very much.